We've sewn our zipper inside, we've attached our handle and end tab, and now it's time to sew the ends, bind them, and make our boxed bottom. We are almost done. We're going to take our bag and just flatten it down, and notice that the lines that we marked here and here are going to line up right on top of each other if we've done a careful job of marking. So we're going to put a wonder clip on each side to hold that. Wonder clip over on this side. Note that your wonder clip has an upside and a downside. The downside is flat, so make sure you put that side on the bottom so that when you go to stitch, it doesn't catch on your machine. We're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam across each side, and then we're going to cut our zipper tape off. Make sure that you've pulled your zipper pull to the inside on here before you start stitching, so you're not worrying about hitting it. Then we're going to bind our edges. And one of the best tips that I learned about bindings is to take the binding fabric that you're going to use, fold it in half with your right sides out, and rather than taking it to your ironing board and pressing a sharp crease in it, just put a pin in it. And on this one, 3 pins is enough, 1 on each end and 1 in the middle. That keeps it held together so that when you attach it to your bag, everything's nice and even, but it doesn't put a sharp crease here. Because as you fold it over, if it doesn't fold exactly where that crease is folded, you're going to get wrinkles in it. So then we're going to take it and put it on our bag. We're going to assume that I don't have any sewn on here. We're going to put it on here, and we're going to do like I've done here and let the ends fold under to each side. So you're going to fold this end under a little bit, this end under a little bit, and then you're going to sew across that with a 1/4 inch seam. After you've got that sewn, you'll take your binding, fold it out so that it's nice and even, and note that I sewed my binding to the side with the zipper first. Then I'm going to turn it to the other side. That way I can keep an eye on everything there. I'm going to fold that like that, and then I'm just going to turn these edges over and stitch along the edge, which is what I've done right here. Using a stiletto again is really helpful when it's time to do that, because I can use it to push my fabric underneath there, pull this over, and get everything really nice and neat. When I go to sew this, because there's going to be a lot of bulk right there at the end, I'll often put my needle down here and then back stitch to the end and come back, because it would be really difficult to try and get my needle started here with all this bulk. But when I'm done, I want to have something that looks like this. I've got my edges bound and all my edges are covered. My next step is to make a boxed bottom. And again, we've got our lines nicely lined up here, so we should be able to just fold this over, line these 2 lines up all the way across, and we'll put a little pin in here to hold that. Do the same thing on this side. Again, our lines are mostly lined up. They're a tiny bit off, but not bad. We're going to put a pin in there, and then we're just going to sew right along those previous marked lines. If they're not lined up exactly, just kind of split the difference as you go across. But we're going to stitch from here to here across each end. We're going to do the same thing on this end after we've got our binding folded over, and our bag will be finished. Let me show you on this one what it's going to look like on the inside. After you've got your corners stitched, you're going to turn this right side out, and you're going to have a great little quick zip case all ready to go. It's perfect to carry a multitude of treasures or to use to present a gift to someone special. Because these are so quick and easy to make, you'll be ready to make dozens of them. We hope you enjoyed watching this video tutorial. Be sure and check out our website, ByAnnie.com, for lots of other fun patterns. We've got all kinds of video tutorials at our YouTube channel, which is just ByAnnie, and check out our Facebook page, our Instagram feed. We've always are sharing things, and we love seeing what you've done too. So send us your pictures, send us your stories, and we look forward to seeing you again.